Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are jumping straight into our first conversation this morning, and it's all about empowering community climate change leaders. This morning, we are joined by two members of the 37th Belmopan Phoenix Scout Group. Here with us is Georgia Belize, she's a group leader, and also with us is Itana Belize, a Venture Scout. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
So I know that we have a camp that we are going to be speaking about a little bit later on in our discussion. But before we get into that, let's talk a bit about the 37th Belmopan Phoenix Scout Group. How long have you guys been in function, and what do you guys do?
37th Belmopan Phoenix Scout Group is the only scout group in Belmopan. We have about 35 members currently. I'm the group leader for it. We have 5 other leaders within our group. There's different section for scouting. There's the Cubs, there's Scouts, and there's Ventures. We also have some Beavers as well, which is age 4 to 7, and then we have the Cubs are 7 to 11, and then we have 11 to 15, which is Scouts. And then we have the Venture Scouts, which Itana is a member of, and that's from 15 on to 21.
Oh,
and
so
then
it's divided by age.
Yes, and then you could become an adult volunteer leader.
Oh.
Currently, the Scout group, we recently got our Scout house, and that's basically where we're going to be launching the camp from. And we're hoping that we could use this platform for this camp for to empower youth to really take action in what is happening within their environment. I'll have Itana go more into the camp portion, but first, 37th Belmopan's Phoenix Scout Group has been in existence for several years, actually, more than 10 years. Under different leadership. I came in a little later, about 2.5, 3 years currently within the group. But wonderful set of kids we have there. Our aim is to, make the world a better place. Teaching kids to be stewards of their community is one of the key things that we try to emphasize. Holding the country as their national pride and doing whatsoever they can to make a difference.
Before we get into the actual event, I want to continue down this line and bring Itana into the conversation, just to talk a bit about the personal benefits for you as a young person that engaging in scouts and scout activities has brought to your life personally.
So engaging in scouts has brought to me, it made me, scout teach you about real life skills. Yeah. So for me, I learned about stuff just in case if alright, so if I'm stuck in the wilderness, so what should I do? I know how to navigate, I know how to cook, I know how to build a shelter, I know how to survive in the wilderness. Scouts prepare you for real life events. So in that mindset, so when I'm older, I already know, hey, I remember this, I know how to do this. Scouts help me with first aid. For me, I love first aid, and I help. So if any of the other scouts from my scout group or any scout group in Belize is hurt, I will be there to help them and assist them. I'm also the person who help with first aid for my group. So I'm in charge of the first aid kit. If they don't have this, if they don't have that, I will tell the group leader, and she will notify the executive committee, and that's where they will buy the materials, and that's where our first aid kit is prepared.
What about the intangible skills? The skills that are practical but intangible, the skills you can't see, like values and perhaps communication maybe, and how to be respectful and kind. Are these also things taught as being part of a scout?
Yes, these are, so we have laws and we have to follow by these laws.
Yeah.
So one of our laws is to help others, and we help others So, me and some other scouts, we partnered up with 4-H, and we went to the children's home and we did activities with them. Also, we have protect our environment. We do different cleanups and so on. So, yeah.
So who's there to arrest you if you break a law? I'm just kidding. I don't expect you to answer
Well,
that.
Itana, I understand that through the Scout, you guys were able to also apply for a grant. And this ties in perfectly with the laws that you just spoke about, caring for your environment. And with that, you were able to use the funds to be able to now fully support, free of cost, persons at a climate change summer camp. Before we get into the summer camp, I want to talk about the interest in this grant in the first place. What was the organization that provided the funding, and why did you guys apply?
So Belmopan City Council has a climate change fund, and they were the ones that started it. So I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, you know what, we should teach the younger kids about climate change, because they don't talk about climate change to them a lot. So we should educate them, to show them why we should protect our environment and so on. So during this camp, we have a lot of different organizations which deals with, which will be talking to them about climate change, how it affects and how we could prevent climate change.
I probably should have asked from earlier, is Etana your daughter?
She is actually.
She's taking the lead
Actually,
already.
she is the lead for this camp.
Okay.
She's the project lead. She wrote the proposal.
That's
That's
fantastic.
incredible.
And so, yeah, I can't take any credits. That's why I'm sitting back. Basically, and that's what we teach the young people to do, to take leads. You know, as leaders, scouting leaders, we basically guide them and teach them how to be leaders. That's our role. And this resonates a lot in what she did in this grant. She saw something that needed to be changed. She saw that there's a need for you to take action. She saw a potential where she could use that, and she went for it. And it's actually coming to fruition.
So what's the age range that you believe would be impactful the most to be able to participate in this camp?
So we have 11 to 18, but we added to 19.
Okay.
So we have 19-year-olds that are going to be participating in the camp.
And what are some of the activities that you guys will be taking part in? You said that there are some organizations that also partnered with you.
So the organization that we have is Zero Belize. We have Oceana. They will be doing a presentation, and they will be teaching the participant how to make soaps. WCS will be going to the Maya corridor, learning about the environment, the animals, and how climate change affects and how they try to prevent climate change from that. We have Sea of Life. They will be teaching about plastic pollution, and we'll also be doing a community cleanup / trash blitz.
I saw that you guys will also be having an overnight camp as well, because you can't have summer camp without actual camping.
And we're scouts, so we have to.
Absolutely.
We also have FCD, which will be going to the Chickaboo.
Wow.
Yes.
And we'll be learning about deforestation.
So you all, this is not something where you're staying inside.
So we have 2 lecture sessions, which Miss Georgia should be doing her climate change camp. Climate change basics and sustainable development workshop. And then we have Sea of Life. They will be doing, half of their thing will be on plastic pollution, and they will be moving on to the next half, which is the community cleanup /
What I'm saying also is that there's a huge component that's outside, that's hands-on, that's very practical, right? And I think that's important for young people as well. They don't want to sit down inside a room for an entire week just listening to people talk to
They'll
them.
definitely be
They actually
outside.
want to engage in something. What do you think the importance of this is? Why is this important?
So I believe that also with the activities that we'll have outdoors is to them to see how climate change has affected our environment. So they could look around and say, like FCD, they will be teaching, they will be they could look around and see how deforestation, how many trees have been cut down, and the carbon footprint that has been caused from this. So I believe that it's very important to them to see and realize, oh, this is how our world looks now with all of this.
Yeah, and this is
going
only
on.
Belize. There are so many other examples across the world that climate change has really made an impact. It affects in large ways and even in smaller ways. The summer camp is set to take place the 14th of July to the 25th.
So it's a 2-1-week camp,
Okay.
which the participants will be learning about climate change. So in this camp, the first week, although it's 60 participants, the first week will be separated. So you'll be 30 participants for the first week, and then 30 for the next week. So you add that together, which will get our 60 participants.
And these are not, the entire week is not like overnight. There's only one element of it that will be camping overnight.
Yes.
And that will be revealed, I guess, later on when you actually apply. It's also free. So we do want to encourage you guys as well. Can we speak about that?
So the only thing that the participants will be needing to pay for is their way to get there and get back to their house. The food is free. The trips are free, so there is no cost or nothing for it.
And where is it located? Where
So
will
it will be located in Belmopan, the street, Portugal Street by Isidorum, the football stadium. So
How do you apply?
you could go on the 37 Belmopan Phoenix Scout group Facebook page, and it's going to be the first thing that's going to pop up.
There's a registration link on it.
Yes.
And they just apply online. They don't have to come in. They don't have to bring any
It's a Google
paper.
Doc,
We're
yeah.
not burning up any papers.
Yeah.
So as what Itana said, a lot of the camp will be through the grant funding, all the finance for it. So if parents can get their kids to and from the areas, then definitely it is worth it.
And you don't have to be a scout.
No.
Yes.
It's open to
It's
non-members.
open to non-members. And there's still 2 spaces for the first week and 12 for the second week.
Only 2 for the first week?
Yes.
Man,
Wow.
I think they go fast.
It
Amazing.
is moving fast.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, this has been a wonderful conversation. As we wrap up, I'll ask if you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with our viewers, any persons you'd like to say thank you to as well. I see there's a big collaboration taking place to achieve this camp.
So I would like to thank the Belmopan City Council Climate Change Fund for making this happen. I would also like to thank my whole team. I have my social media manager, Chloe Perifeet, my assistant program lead, Nairobi Rodriguez, my camp coordinator, Brian Walker, my also next camp coordinator, Anakin Kawich, my equipment coordinator, Zefe Membreno and Xander Malera, my food coordinator, Linnea Emmanuel and Hyson Gillick, and also Brittany Belize.
Wow, you remember everyone.
I know,
That's
right?
fantastic.
There
Very
are young
cool.
people. I also want to thank all the facilitators and the organizations that partnered with us. Zero Belize, Oceana, Sea of Life, FCD, National Climate Change Office, and also Palacios Mountain Retreat for assisting us to host the camp there. Thank you guys very much. Without you, this program wouldn't be as awesome as it's envisioned to be.
All right.
Excellent. Well,
Thanks, Itana, for writing that proposal for
Yes.
us to get
yeah.
that camp.
And thank you for trusting her to take the lead in this.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break now, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, Open Your Eyes continues.